Well, the work wear is off, the semi-casual leisure wear is on, but I am not going out and painting the town. Instead, I am going across the street, getting a train ticket, and getting on Metra to take a look at their amazing Pilot Café Car that they are running about. And tonight it's on the Milwaukee District North line. Next train's coming up in about 5 minutes. This is not the first time that Metra has ever hosted a cafe car of sorts on their train. Starting in the late 80s, I think, Metra also had what was called a refreshment car that the passengers affectionately called a bar car, because you could go on in the afternoons, grab a beer, have a good time, you know, that type of stuff. 2008, they got rid of it though, and I think it was partially because Metra wasn't doing too well financially with it, but also I think it was because Metra didn't want to be liable in case someone gets off and they're driving from the station to home and they get into an accident, and then the cops see that they have a blood alcohol content, and then Metra would essentially be liable because, oh, I bought my beer from the bar car on Metra. So they nixed it in 2008, but now they're bringing it back, probably because of low ridership, and they want to try to increase ridership, and this could potentially draw people from their cars back to Metra, which, speaking of which, our knight in shining armor is arriving. My goal for on this train is to purchase one thing from the cafe car, get up to Fox Lake, eat dinner, and then get back on the train and come back home later and go to bed, because I got work at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's all the way at the front of the train, which, well, I guess I'll get on this car here. Good old Sumitomo equipment from the 90s. Alrighty. Going to Fox Lake, simply because I want to see this fucking cafe car. Bike wreck. Moving up to the next car. I think what they're going to do, if they actually go through with this cafe car service, is that they're going to take all of the cars that got the airplane seating, as I like to call them, and they'll convert those into cafe cars, because the airplane seating really wasn't up to snuff, so to speak. Oh, someone's coming the other direction. Let me just slip in here. And if they do that, that makes sense. Because, I mean, you can see here, the other half of the cafe car is just the airplane seating, which sucks. So this is it.
Yeah. Welcome to the cafe car.
Yeah.
Yeah, we added tables, did a different seating layout, a bar, some stools, different lighting. Just, put a lot of things together to see what people like and didn't like, and different options. And then, we'd like you to take a survey, and of course, we have complimentary beverages and snacks. So what would you like?
You get this little cheese wheel thing from Svenhards. That's exactly what I expected. I mean, for what it is, it's not a bad car. I'm sure they'll make improvements with it if they actually implement the dang thing.
Oh yeah, there's tons of stuff. That was kind of the thing, you're working out the while they are. Get out there, get some feedback, you gotta start with something.
Like, I hope they actually do implement this, because this is a nice, at least pilot program, what you got here.
Exactly.
I mean, for what it was, it's a decent car. Granted, it's only in the pilot program phase, but I thought it looked pretty neat. I liked it. I didn't see any issues with the dang thing. But now that I'm up here in glorious Fox Lake downtown, I'm gonna go and get me some food. I don't know exactly where, but there's food to be had. Yeah, I mean, they had the pilot program, they had the soda, they had the snacks. I only had a cheese wheel because I figured I'm gonna come up here and have a real meal and probably have a beer or two. I don't think I'm gonna go to Sauce and Toss now, but I really am impressed with what Metra put up. The guy that I was talking to in the car was from Mechanical, who he sounded like parts procurement, and then they just plopped him in and was like, okay, you're the attendant for this. And I'm like, oh, well, there you go. But still, what I have said, I think it's pretty cool that they have it. Hopefully they do something with it. If not, oh well. But I really hope that they implement it and put more cars into service. Onward to the bar that's down the street that has some food that I'm going to eat. And once I eat my food, I'll come back and take the next inbound in. I'm at a bar with a limited food menu, but the Italian beef is supposed to be really good. Oh yeah, dip it in that au jus. Because I got it dry with nuts. Well, that kind of tastes like a pizza, but I'm not complaining. I think it's the garlic bread. Okay. I had my 2 beers. I had my Italian beef, which was pretty decent. Turned $20 into $100. And I mean, I paid the waitress a good tip after my bill of my food and giving people shots and whatnot. I got $60 left, so I'm gonna go to the liquor store at the corner here and get myself a bottle of Malort to replace the one that I've got that's almost depleted. Oh, some of you just fucking winced, didn't you? Well, you see, when I have days at work that are a bullshit out of 10, I always remind myself that there's something worse than a bullshit out of 10 day at work, and that is Malort. I give myself the Chicago handshake voluntarily when my days are shit, because Malort's worse than any bad day. Who put the furry on the Woodford Reserve? That might be AI generated, so screw you if you did AI generation. You know, I really haven't been to any other end of the lines except for Joliet, because obviously that's a major rail crossing. But Fox Lake is nice. It's like it almost looks like something that was plucked from the Northeast and plopped right here in Northern Illinois. Because I mean, not all the buildings look the same. Some of them look like they came from New England or something. I mean, look at this one right here. White with red trim. That's beautiful. And then this one looks like a nice one too. Also, very beautiful. You know, it may not be a big downtown like Elgin or Aurora or Joliet, for example. But for an endpoint destination, Fox Lake isn't half bad. They got a nice cafe across the street. I've had breakfast there many moons ago. They've got a chicken place right there, the bar where I got my Italian beef. And plus they got the lake right there too. Because this was, the reason why this was an endpoint for the Milwaukee Road was because Fox Lake was and still kind of is a resort town. Back then more so because the lake was a bit lower. Well, lakes, I should say, chain of lakes. They were a bit lower and they had these rare lily pads as a result of their lowering or lower height or whatever. So it's not a big town. but it's a nice town. I have nothing wrong with this town, but I gotta take the train back home because I got work tomorrow. Okay. All right, back home. You know, for the evening that I had, that was pretty nice. I got to see the snack car. I got to have an Italian beef and drink some beer, have a shot. And I won a little bit of money in the slot machine, so I got a bottle of Malort in this bag. I guess until next time, have a good evening. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And if it's not, well then I hope your birthday is soon. Unless you're turning 30, it all goes downhill once you start turning 30. So anyways, have a good evening, and I'll see you next time.